Alright, so we are riding to Rhodes right now to meet with the Sheriff Josh to give him the information that I have uncovered in my undercover operations as Jesse James. We met with the Undersheriff Ember the other day, as you saw in the previous video. And today, we're going to meet with the Sheriff, and we're going to figure out which gang we're going to infiltrate first. I'm going to be pushing for the Regulators because of the information I'm about to deliver to the Sheriff. And I'm going to go in full detail this time instead of what I did to the Undersheriff by giving her broad information. Enough to satisfy the need, but... that was sketchy. But the Sheriff is going to get the full detail of everything I got up until this point. So, we are riding into Rhodes to meet with them now. I told him I'd meet him at the stables here. Alright, Remington, you can settle down a little bit. Do you play downhill when you had the PS2? I don't think I have, honestly.
Sweetie. How's things with you? What?
If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see it live, then come on over to the Twitch channel, linked in the description below. And if you're watching this live right now on Twitch, then by all means, go ahead and give my YouTube a check out if you want to see any parts that you potentially missed. Or if you want to revisit the good old story again. What game do you remember the most on PS2? PS2. Honestly, on my PS2, I played a lot of ATV versus... or MX versus ATV Unleashed or something like that? Oh, wait, you are undercover. Yes, I am. I am an undercover detective for the entire county. Kind of a newer program that we're doing here, and I got a lot of information on some gangs and whatnot so far. 2 specifically, but we're gonna go ahead. Oh, so searching for a gang. Yeah. Well, so we got there's quite a bit of gangs or families or criminal enterprises or however you would like to phrase it. But trying to get information on the most biggest ones right now. And once I get information on that, we're going to go ahead and try and bring them down, and then we'll pick them off as they come. I have a couple gangs that I've already found out about. Let's see, put this in here. There he is. Look at that. Sheriff.
How's it go?
Not too bad yourself.
Doing good. Busy.
I can imagine. You doing all right after getting robbed earlier?
Oh yeah, thankfully deputies showed up as they're about to take off again, so we got them.
That's good. That's good. You mind if I ask who they were with, if you were able to identify them?
Oh, they're part of the Sleeping Dogs.
Oh, okay. Very well. Well. Do you have a place in mind out in this area? I'm not too familiar with the Rhodes area just yet. Do you have a place in mind that we can for sure talk in secret? Stand by, my friend. I will be giving you a mine. All right. Oh, lordy. Oh, my God, Sheriff.
Oh, yeah. I'm alright.
Are you alright?
I'm all good.
Jesus Christ.
Alright.
I'm scared of jumping fences now because of that. Good lord. Come on, Remington, don't let me down. We're good. I'm just gonna cut through that little hole, be easier. Government building. Let's see.
Alright.
No,
Good.
guard, I don't want to flee you. I just want my horse to go. Come on now. Thank you, Remington. See you later. Alright. Appreciate the lurk.
My God. Hard into door. My head. Who's that? We're in the sneak through side. This is law property. We just have to find an unlocked door. There we go.
I'm surprised they leave this open. I'll be honest with you.
Alright. Should work.
Alright, perfect. Let me grab a seat right quick. God. Where is it? I don't know where it's at. Whatever. I'm just gonna do this one. Alright. I'm gonna switch my vocal cords to whisper. Let me know if you can still hear me from this far. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Alright, perfect. So I got a lot of very crucial information, sir. What all did Ember fill you in on?
I'm gonna go a little closer. She just told me you guys had a conversation, and that it was interesting. That's all the information I got.
Oh, okay. Well then, I would recommend you buckle up, sir.
Okay.
So I haven't looked too much more into the sleeping dogs as of late. I was trying to, but I ran into a fellow that's a part of the Regulators.
Okay.
His name is, oh gosh, let me find it. Where's his name? Nicholas Urgos. And he goes by Nico. He informed me that the Don is named Don Bo. I didn't get the Don's last name, but I do know that his name is Bo, as in B-O. The way you can identify this family or gang or whatever you want to call them is that they typically wear red and black like the Sleeping Dogs. However, the Sleeping Dogs have the skull, crossbones, etc. on their uniforms, as I'm sure you are well acquainted with. These gentlemen wear red and black, but it's a little bit more subtle. And they have a red 7 on their belt buckle with a gold flask on their hip. That's how you can tell that they're the Regulators. Now, they also wear that red bandana. I don't know if you've seen it, but it kind of goes up about your forehead level, and then you got like black goggles on. They wear that as well. Let's see. Trying to save the best information for last to really give you a shell shock. I don't know if Ember has told you this, but they have, or she has a mole. He didn't let me know who they were, but they were a former Flatiron informant. Let's see. She wanted me to look into the natives that sell drugs, and she wanted me to look into the Valentine Saloon owner who does illegal moonshine. Last time we talked, we discussed about my what do you call it? My concern for Arlo, right?
What was that?
I said last time we talked about my concern for Arlo.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And we also spoke about how I found out that Tommy Two Strings might actually, in fact, be alive instead of dead, right?
Yes.
Okay. Another thing too that I heard while I was in Valentine, actually, I saw a bunch of sleeping dogs come down in hot air balloons, and one of the gentlemen, I wasn't able to get a good look at him, but he was wearing the sleeping dogs uniform, was saying that they're interested in using these hot air balloons to rob people, in the sense of they're going to have people on the ground and snipers in the hot air balloons. So that might be a new tactic that they're doing. I also have a question that they might be doing. Well, I guess maybe not a question, but a more curiosity, if you will. Um, while I was waiting for Ember at the Church of Valentine, I saw two sleeping dogs gentlemen carry a guy on their shoulder and horse and bring him to, you know, that sheriff station in Valentine? You know that building that's just to the right of it? That's like an armory or something like that.
Yes.
They put a guy in there and then they went away. I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything. I didn't really poke around too much in it because I didn't want to get involved or anything like that at that moment.
Right.
So they're doing stuff in that building that's attached to the sheriff building.
Okay.
So here's where the priority of me trying to meet with you comes. The guy in the Regulators has informed me that the Regulators themselves have a dirty cop / hit list. And I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7 names out of that. I have 2 names confirmed as dirty cops. The rest of them are on the hit list, unconfirmed if they're dirty or not. So,
Okay.
I'm going to start with the 2 dirty cops, or 2 dirty people on this list, I should say, and then I'll go into the rest of the hit list. So the first one, and I mentioned this to Ember as well, was the attorney Edward Stalker. He's been listed as dirty as well as on the hit list. I can't remember the reasonings for him, but he's on that list. These are also just some of the names that are on that list. The guy that's a part of this, the Regulators crew, told me that the list is more extensive, but obviously because I'm not a part of them, he didn't want to give me more information. Sam Martin is on that hit list as well, but Ember informed me that he's not around anymore.
Yeah, my brother passed away.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that, sir. So I guess he's no longer on that list. Johnny Law was on the hit list as well, but Ember told me he resigned.
He is back as a ranger.
Okay, so he, as of, I think it was Friday or Thursday of last week, I can't remember. He was on that hit list, or is on that hit list.
Okay.
Sorry, update my list real quick since you told me one of them is passed. Your brother's passed. Again, sorry for that.
I'll do that.
My pen wants to work. That'd be great. Okay. So here's another one that's on the dirty cop list, and this is the reason why I sent you a Pony Express saying, "Hey, let's not talk to the other sheriffs and undersheriffs about this just yet." Enrique Brown. He's been confirmed as a dirty cop and is on the hit list.
Okay. All right.
I don't remember exactly what this Nico Yorgos guy told me why he is, but he mentioned that he's been seen by a lot of different gang members and whatnot, doing shady stuff in regards to like selling things that he's not supposed to be doing or taking things off people that he's not supposed to, abusing power basically. And that he was kind of occasionally in cahoots with other unmentioned gang affiliates, if you will. This is where the list gets a little bit tough. Brock Hayes is on the hit list, and it was alluded to that he is also dirty as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, they told me that he also abuses his power, and that he's been seen working in cahoots with criminal activity. They didn't specify what kind of criminal activity, but criminal activity nonetheless. And this is I guess the real one that kind of got me thinking hard. and made me want to change focus from the sleeping dogs to the regulators. Your undersheriff Ember Robin is on said list. I informed her that she's potentially in jeopardy, but with her telling me about her mole but being kind of vague about it, and then this also being associated with the dirty cop list, I didn't give her very much detail because I didn't want it getting back to other people that I shouldn't get back to. So I told her just to keep eyes out, pay attention, and be smart about things. You know. I don't have any information of her being dirty at this time, so I don't think she is necessarily. But I was just trying to play my cards close to my chest, kind of deal. Um, in the event, that she is. I'm skeptical of everybody until I can for sure say yes or no. But those are the current names. The only other one I had was John Shaw, but I don't. He mentioned the name, but he didn't say whether he was dirty or on the hit list or anything like that. He just said it. So.
All right, no problem.
But that has led me to believe that I should probably look into the regulators more than the sleeping dogs at this current time, unless you have further intel and you think otherwise.
I'd agree. I have some information on my side for the sleeping dogs. We've definitely been coming to a close on those guys, slowly but surely.
Okay.
They're not as rough as they were since the last time we talked. But yeah, I'd agree with you.
Okay. I do have my brother-in-law, Seeley. If we still want a guy on the inside with the sleeping dogs, we could try and put him in on that. He hasn't been awake in a little bit, but we could try and put him in on that. If you still want to try and pursue that, or if you want us just to both full send the regulators, or I could send my brother-in-law into the regulators, and I could keep my nose clean for a little bit more and see what else I could find through other gangs, families, channels, etc.
Whatever you feel would be right.
Personally, I think I'm worried about this hit list. I really am. I want to find out more about it. I want to find out who's on it. I want to find out the dirty cop list and why they're on that dirty cop list, so we can potentially fact check it and make sure, and then we can do what we need to do to rearrange the department if we needed to.
For sure.
But the other thing I was thinking too was, or the other thing I'm concerned about, excuse me, is that this Nicholas guy told me in order to join the regulators, I'd have to he can facilitate a meeting with the Dawn. I have his PO, and he already sent me a message and everything like that, to where I could potentially join the family. Oh, shit. His head pop? Yeah. Oh, shit. Scene. Doc. If he comes back. All right, chat. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom really quickly, but I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I think he had a head pop. I'm not entirely sure. But we'll see when he gets back. But this is gonna get nuts because it sounds like we're gonna pursue that regulators thing. So if that's the case, then I'm gonna go ahead and send him a letter. Oh, pointing, that's why. I'm gonna go ahead and send that guy a letter and let him know that I'm interested in joining the family. So yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and pursue the regulators. It sounds like he's on board with that. Especially with the information that we've uncovered. This real quick. My guy is dirty. With that, either way, with that hit list, you know, it's we have an undersheriff on, we have a sheriff, or we have two undersheriffs, a deputy, we have an attorney. You know, the sheriff I was just talking to, his brother was on the list, but he's no longer with us. So yeah. I haven't been in here yet. Let's go take a look around real quick. Oh, okay. I guess it's either in my eyes or not. I need to get paid too. Nice little building. Done about 6 hours. Is this open? 6 hours worth of investigation, so that should be a pretty good little penny. Pretty sure there's an underground here. Oh. You know what? I'm gonna send him a message right now, actually. I spoke with him, and he mentioned that he is wanting to keep to himself at this time. Alright, let's go. However, I am interested in joining the family. Jesse. Alright. Here we go. We're gonna let them know we want to join this criminal enterprise. Silly bird. I could have waited. Because the part that might make this tough, and we would have to really coordinate this. Because they said I'd potentially have to kill somebody. And that somebody could even potentially be Law. So I don't really know how he's going to feel about that. Knowing that I might have to kill Law. I don't know how we would play that out either. The only thing that's coming to my mind is potentially... Oh, God, I don't know how long he's been dead for. I don't know if he'd be down for it. Because, like, I would have to see if he'd be okay with using possibly his dead brother. That way I don't... But it all depends on if they want me to kill somebody in front of them or not, too, you know? That's the part that I'm concerned about. I don't know. I'm trying to rack my brain and think, but I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like he could totally be like, all right, but then he can also be like, well, we can't do that. But I don't know how we'd play it off because you know, we need to know this information. I don't know how we're going to get it without me joining. I mean, I already said I'd join. I just messaged him. But if I don't have to kill anybody, might have to do like a bank heist or something, you know? trying to get a snapshot of this real quick because it's cool. Nope. No, whatever. I'll have to do it later. So, we're in a predicament here. Because I told the guy I'd join, and I have every intent on doing so. I just don't know how the sheriff's going to feel about killing someone. And honestly, I might have to piss the sheriff off and do it anyway. So I feel like the ends would justify the means. But I think it also depends on who it is. I wasn't supposed to restart till midnight. Side plug, guys. If you're looking for an awesome roleplay community and server to play in, and you love Red Dead Redemption, or you want to do some crazy cowboy crap, Western Skies RP. That is the place to be. Man. I know what I have to do, and I know what I'm going to do in order to get in with this family. And I think right now, it'd be better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Truthfully. I think that's going to be our best bet in order to successfully continue on with this mission. Holy cow, that zoomed in real tight. We're gonna have to log out for a second. So the server can restart, but I don't know. YouTube, for all intents and purposes, I'm going to go ahead and cut this part for y'all because we're just going to do a server restart. Once I get back in, when we start having the meeting, I'll start the video back up. And we're back, YouTube. Hope you don't mind if I start puffing on a cigar real quick. It helps calm the nerves, if you will.
Absolutely. Anyways, we left off. You finishing reading the hit list.
Yeah.
I was given my piece. How we got the sleeping dogs under control. Somewhat a
Yeah.
bit of concern on that list that you've read. It's definitely Enrique. Him being in that a higher position, and then you labeling his name, and possibly, obviously, there's no evidence right now. We're just kind of going off of shit.
Right, right.
Being dirty is a big risk.
So they did confirm. They didn't say exactly what he was doing, but they did confirm that he was dabbling in the criminal enterprise and gunslinging with them. Essentially, it's more of the gunslinging stuff than it is like selling or anything that the guy confirmed.
Okay.
But the gentleman, let me look at my mail real quick. I'll read you the letter he told me. Or actually, you know what? He was asking, because I mentioned that I might have a brother-in-law coming in that might be interested, because I was trying to see what you wanted to do. If you wanted us to pursue the sleeping dogs and the regulators, then I was going to send him off to the sleeping dogs, and I would go to the regulators, or vice versa. But I think what I'm going to do is I sent him a letter back just a little bit ago, telling him that my brother-in-law, he wants to keep a quiet life for right now, but that I'm interested in joining. Now, here's the thing that I need to talk to you about when it comes to joining the regulators. Mr. Geez, what's his name? Yorgos, I believe is what I said. So Yorgos told me
Yes.
that there's a potential, if I want to join this family, that I might have to kill somebody. And he said that it might even have to be law.
Okay.
So I wanted to run that by you. I told him I was interested, but I mean, I figure the ends would justify the means depending on who it is. And I'm not saying that we need to kill a lawman or kill a person in general. I'm not trying to kill anybody by any means, of course. But there's a pretty extensive hit list at stake with a lot of lives. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What are your thoughts
really
on that?
depends. I would say it definitely depends on the person, who it is, that would need, to get you inducted into that family, whatever the fuck it is.
Right. I mean, obviously we would be in communication on what's going on with that, and we could maybe I mean, if I have to kill somebody or kill law, I would imagine that they would want me to do it in person. But if not, and if I were able to provide proof, we think we'd be able to stage something. But I don't know of any recent lawmen that passed away in the event. Now, obviously, I just sent him the letter, and I gotta wait for him to get back to me. It took me a little bit to get back to him on it, but I don't know how we would go about circumventing that. You know what I mean, sir?
Yes. I think we could definitely come up with something, though. Again, kind of depends who it is. Like, if it's a kind of a new deputy, it might be more difficult. But if it's someone who's been on the force for a little bit, it'll be easier to go to them, kind of find a way to set something up without them telling the whole world they're setting something up. Obviously, we wouldn't tell them every dot of information, just that kind of specific part, but we need a favor.
I mean, hear me out on this one, actually. We brought my brother-in-law on, right? They don't know who my brother-in-law is. We get him decked out as a lawman. If I have to kill a lawman.
I see.
We fake his death. I put in like rounds, or I don't shoot to kill, and he acts like he's dead, and we get a doctor on the cahoots with us. You know? One of the highest tier doctors, so we don't have to worry about some low tier person spilling any beans or anything like that.
Right.
And we get the doctor pronounce him dead, and they don't know his name because he's fresh into county. You know what I mean? So if he shows up as just a new deputy, and this will only work if they don't have a specific person they want me to hit, of course. You know. But
yes,
if I hit him and put him down in their eyes, but we're able to quote-unquote fake his death, and we just change his appearance a little bit, I think we might be able to get away with it without having to jeopardize our operation, since he's already on the in on this operation. Because we don't know how deep this dirty cop list goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So that could be something we could look into. I mean, I could maybe what I could do in order to seal my deal with them is I could be like, oh, I have to kill somebody. I already have a lawman, and I could pose it to them and tell them I have a lawman in mind that I've ran into a couple times that's mistreated me. And then we can facilitate a meeting where he like stops us for, you know, wearing masks in Blackwater or whatever. I don't know. Some stupid reason. And I put him down. Boom. Right there on the spot. And if I have to serve a little time to sell the case, then that is what it is. Or if we get away with it, I don't know. We'll take it. We'll take it from there. It doesn't matter. Yeah. But either way, that might show initiative on my part and my willing to go, look, I'm willing to kill Law for you guys. Now, the only part that I see that backfiring on us is if later down the road they ask me to kill more Law. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
But I could tell them, too, that my expertise with hunting and back in the war was long-range shots. And maybe I could just be a sniper for them. You know what I mean? Or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of all the possibilities that keep my hands as clean as possible. But allows me to earn their trust deeply.
I got you. Yeah, honestly, it really depends kind of what they want you to do. Exactly. So, I think that kind of decision is more of a waiting game. And then
Right.
we'll come with something down the road when you get a response.
Yeah, definitely. I'll let you know as soon as he sends me a letter. I'll send you a telegram.
Okay.
And then I'll discuss with you what he says first. I mean, unless he's asking me to just meet with him and stuff, like I'll take the initiative on all that stuff. But if he's asking me to commit a crime first, I'll tell him, oh, you know, let's set something up, or I don't know, I'll figure something out to where I don't have to do it right away until I can let you know, kind of thing. Like, oh, I gotta go to sleep or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out, you know. But that is the information that I have to this point. I don't know if you knew about Ember's mole or not. She let me know Tommy Two Strings is dangerous and has killed Law before. Like I said, she told me that the Valentine Saloon owner is selling moonshine illegally. That's me looking at natives, or not natives, natives selling drugs. But I think the priority should definitely be the regulators. because they already have
I
an
agree.
active hit list, you know?
I agree, especially if that hit list contains that kind of evidence of corruptness. You know, corruptness could do worse than a list in the long
Right.
run.
Yeah, that was my kind of thinking too, honestly. So, I'll just tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and take the regulators. Whenever Sealy wakes up again, you said that we're starting to take down the sleeping dogs, right?
Yeah, we're on the path to. They're not. They're not super over their heads. We have a couple new groups that have kind of put them back in their place. Uh, like I don't know if you know, but there's a new gang located in Blackwater,
What are they
known
called?
as the Bear Xenos. Something with a B and Ozinos is in the name.
Oh, actually, that
Oh,
reminds me. I have a little bit more information. I'll tell you that. Is it Bear Zenos? You said out of Blackwater.
yes, yeah.
Mm, did I tell you about? Is it Diego or Viego
Viego.
with a V? Okay. So is there a Diego that's completely different?
There is Diego and Viego. Diego owns the gun store. He's a more of a law-abiding civilian. Viego, he's all up in the criminal side of things.
Okay. But Diego is not associated with the Sleeping Dogs at all. Because I have reason to believe that they're one and two the same people almost, unless you've seen them both differently.
Other than him employing sleeping dogs, not necessarily.
Okay. Have you ever seen Viego's face by any chance?
Yes, several times.
And have you seen Diego's face?
Yes, several times.
Okay, so they're two different people. All right.
Yes.
I've never met either of them. I never met either of them yet, so I was just making sure.
Gotcha.
Um, do you know anything about this Berzino's crew or no?
I do know they're at war with the sleeping dogs right now. They're more of a civil group. They're trying to be more civil, at least with law enforcement, you know. But I haven't gotten much from them.
What up, big excited, but
All I know is they come out of Blackwater, currently in a fight with the sleeping dogs. They're somewhat law-abiding.
miss you too, big man. How you doing? Okay. Um, are they somebody that we need to look into right now, or can I put them on the back burner? If I hear something, I'll write it down and let you know. But if I don't, then I'm not going to prioritize it. Like, what do you think?
I don't think it needs to be prioritized so far. Nothing too big has sparked from them. I had a conversation the other day with them actually, and they're pretty nice, letting us know because that's when we just got in a fight with the sleeping
Oh, building
dogs,
a
and
house,
they're
nice,
letting
dude.
us know that
Congrats.
they're in a confrontation. They're kind of getting put back in their spot and whatnot.
Right.
Sleeping
Okay.
dogs are trying to take over Valentine currently.
Sleeping dogs trying to take over Valentine. Okay.
Yes.
Let me make a quick note of that. That might explain why they were working out of that shed that's right attached to the sheriff department.
So that shed in the back, that kind of concerns me as well because that is the it's attached to the doctor's office.
No, not that one. It's literally like, so if you're facing the sheriff department, like the front door, it's the
Right.
the little attachment to the right of the sheriff department. It's on the other side of the doctor's office.
Trying to picture this.
Okay, so it's on the side. If you were to look at Valentine as a whole, right? And you got the sheriff's department, you have the doctor's office to the left of the sheriff's department. If you are facing the sheriff's department, and then you have the church to your right. It's that little room that has that blackboard or that punch board or whatever it is, that bulletin board attached to it. There's a door on the side of that building. I mean, we could ride to Valentine. And I could show you which one. Like, we could ride past it, and I could show you what I'm talking about. Punch him in the no-no square. I would if he wasn't the sheriff.
Are you okay? I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it looks like it would be like an armory or something, or like an extra holding cells or something. I don't know what it is. I've never been in
Is
it.
the door more of an iron door?
Yeah, if I remember right, yeah, it's pretty close to being an iron door.
I'm pretty sure that connects what you're talking about connects right into the police station where the cells are.
Okay. Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
them carrying a guy and put him in there. I don't know what happened. I just saw them ride into Valentine, put him in there, and then they left while I was waiting for Ember.
I
So,
gotcha.
but um, I'll see. I mean, I'm sure as soon as I get into this underworld, if you will, I'll be able to figure out some more information about rival gangs and stuff like that that I can relay to you as well.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm very interested in the list, especially the ones that were marked dirty.
Right, right. Well, I'll do what I can to get in there. I mean, he sounds like he really wants me to join the family, and I'm gonna show as equal interest in joining said family, so I can get intel as best as I can. Um, but like I said, I'm worried about the potential murder and stuff. So gotta go to bed though. Just want to stop. And say hi.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, dude. My guy.
Works for me though.
Sleep well. I love you, and happy Valentine's Day. And we'll get together and play some games. So I'm gonna wait for his response. I'm gonna see if I can keep poking around a little bit. Oh, the other thing too. Did I tell you that Henry Thompson and Viego are friends and they're working together out of Saint Denis with the Sag Diaz and the Sleeping Dogs?
Okay. Yeah, that's news. Last time you met, I think I told you the opposite.
Okay. Yeah, it was the Sag Diaz, or however you say it. Henry Thompson is, I guess, the leader of them.
Yeah.
And Viego is working with them in Saint Denis to try and take stuff over and spread their wings. So I don't know if they're going to do like a merger, if you will, if you guys are starting to nip Sleeping Dogs, but I don't know what's going on between them. I don't know any more information other than they work together and they're friendly together, like very friendly together. Drop a pen. Gucci man, sounds good. Tell the wife I say hi to y'all. Thanks, man. You're the greatest too. I miss you, and stay awesome, my dude. So, I'm sure I'll get more intel on that soon as well. I know you and I talked about Ivar last time. The hot-headed lady.
Yeah.
She wants me to join her tribe. I might just kind of let that fall by the wayside. I'm trying to get in with the regulators, but she did have a lot of information on the Sleeping Dogs, so she might be a person we can look at, maybe flipping and being like a CI or something,
Right. Yeah.
So, all right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get back to your business, sir. I don't have any other information. I don't know if you do, but that's all I got for now. Is there a way, not to sound greedy or anything, but is there a way I can get compensated? I'm trying to buy a house, like I said.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, let's step out here. I believe we have a mobile police station over here. Let's go out the exitable. I want to think. It's still here, perfect.
I've done about, so I did the math. I wrote it down. 1 hour's worth of work is about $2,500. I've done about 6 hours, so
Okay.
what is that? 15 grand, I think it is, because it was 10 for 4 plus,
Right.
2.5 plus 2.5 kind of deal. What are you looking at, Johnny, on the spot? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll make money. this job. I love it. Oh, hell yeah. 16. All right. All right. I see you. I appreciate you, sir.
There we go. All right.
In the effort of being an honest man, you did give me 1,000 extra. Do you want that 1,000 back?
I'll just keep it.
Okay.
All good.
All right. Just wanted, again, to be an honest man. Make sure.
For sure.
But I appreciate you, sir, and I'm going to see what I could stick my nose into.
All right. Yeah, me and Ember definitely appreciate we were talking. Everything you're into is very interesting, but we don't want to get involved too much just in case we interrupt or disrupt something. Just remember, anytime you need or you think you have enough, want to pull an operation, whatnot, let us know. We'll keep meeting weekly, and we can just update each other as we go.
Right. Hopefully, I mean, we can probably just keep meeting here. I'm going to be changing my clothing around quite a bit just to make sure I stay less recognizable until people start to know my face, because not a lot of people know my face right now. So I'm just going to change my clothing so people don't recognize my clothing too much. And that should help to keep our meetings a little safe, if you will. But once my face gets known a little bit more, hopefully I'll have that house and we can meet out there. Unless the department's able to get like an off the grid, if you will, kind of safe space to meet.
Yeah, wherever. This should work for now, though. Considering this is low property, if anyone comes on, it's technically trespassing.
Okay.
But
we do get furniture deliveries here. Just so you know, I have delivered them right up to a gentleman that stands at that front door. I'm pointing at Johnny on the spot over here. It wasn't him, but it was over by the front door.
Oh, right, yes. People do sometimes deliver.
Yeah.
But they can't go
go inside, right. Okay. All right, well, I appreciate you, sir. Stay safe. Don't get robbed again. That'd be a shame. And
absolutely.
have yourself a good one.
You as well, you as well.
Thank you. Man. Some crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. We're going to head up to Valentine, deposit the money real quick so I don't get robbed and it taken off of me. I think it's here. And I guess now we see what the regulators say. Figure out what my options are going to be to come into contact with that crew. See what I could dig up from them. And how we could bring them down. It'll be interesting as hell. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm excited. There's so much opportunity that's gonna come from this. Curious how this is going to play out. Might need to change my clothes soon. Had a lot of. Well, I haven't had that many people interact with me, I guess. Had an undersheriff, a sheriff, and then a gunsmith. I need to check and see how much a gunsmith is buying nitrate for. I need to do that. If he's selling, I mean, I guess I could sell it to him for $3. More like money to keep my cover intact, so I don't try to be greedy or anything, I guess. So. Rush the horse. Or don't, whatever. It is what it is. Alright, we're almost in about on time. I wanted to give him the more detailed information in the event that Ember was dirty. I don't know for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Let's get another drink real quick. Alright. Deposit this. And we're gonna call it there. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. If you're watching live on Twitch, go check out the YouTube for any and all missed parts you've seen. This will be posted later, probably tomorrow morning. If you're watching this on YouTube, come check out Twitch. xWolfDen14x on Twitch. All right. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Catch y'all next time.